Hi everyone. Well, this is a shout out to Abingdon and Whitney College. And Leanne Spriggle emailed me and said, Patrick, you said you'd answer some questions from her students. So, okay, here we go. So I've got a little list of questions here. So I'm going to answer these especially for Leanne and all her students. How supportive were your parents when you decided to pursue a career in hairdressing in our industry? Well, my mum and dad were incredibly supportive. The reason being, I think, is because it's such a recognised trade, and I think they felt as though because I was doing a trade, it would be something that would be really good for me. Also, like so many creative students, I left school with no qualifications at all. I liked going to school, but I just didn't do terribly well at school. So when I started hairdressing, mum and dad were very pleased with that, and I was very, very lucky. I mean, I worked hard and I managed to get almost the highest marks in New Zealand for my apprenticeship marks at the time that I finished my apprenticeship. So I was very proud of that. So for me, it was a very personal thing to get a trade because I felt as though once you had a trade, then no one can take this away from you. So to all of the students out there whose parents are either supportive or not supportive, I support you and say congratulations for choosing the best trade. Okay, what is the main highlight within your career so far? Well, I've had so many highlights. It's been absolutely incredible. But probably one of my biggest highlights was at the very beginning of my career. I mean, I've had many throughout, performing in Russia and the Kremlin or in America and New York and all those things. But at the very, very beginning, because that's when you start the whole process, well, for me it was getting a standing ovation at the World Hairdressing Congress in London for 2,500 people stood up. And that was really the beginning of my career. And truly, it still remains a huge highlight for me because it sort of said I was doing things right. Okay, what is the strangest place you have styled someone's hair? Well, I think the strangest place that I've styled someone's hair was in the Swiss Alps, up on the hills, way up on the mountains. Now, some of you may not know this name, but I was at a beautiful lunch with Nina Simone. Nina Simone was a singer, an incredible singer, if any of you know who she is. And I was up there and there was someone in her party, in her entourage, wanted their hair doing. And I said, why not? It was a laugh and it was a beautiful day. And there I was, right on the edge of the Alps with this beautiful mansion behind me and all of the Swiss Alps. And there I was doing hair. Actually, a haircut, believe it or not. So that was a pretty strange place to be in. Is there anything else you still want to do or that you haven't achieved yet or experienced? Well, my career's completely in change. I'm becoming Patrick Cameron virtual. So I'm really enjoying this whole virtual world. I'm enjoying my live webinars. I'm enjoying all my contacts that I've got around the world. So during this time of pandemic, COVID-19, and I've been locked away, you can see I'm in a studio here in my home in London. And so that's been really special for me to try and move my career in a way that I don't always have to get on an aeroplane because I'm a bit tired of flying. I've been flying around the world probably for the last 28, 29 years educating. So I'm really happy to be here at home and doing a lot of virtual education. What is one of your most favorite hairdressing tools in your equipment? Well, that's easy. And all of you should absolutely have this. Okay, it's inexpensive, it's cheap, and that's my Patrick Cameron long hair brush. That's what you need. Now, if any of you are serious in long hair, please do get that. Also, I'll just quickly mention my long hair kit. So if you're into long hair, these are things that you might want to get. Okay. Do you have a favorite or go-to hair up that you just love to do? And if so, why? Well, I mean, trends are always changing. So I'm always looking at new ideas, what's happening with long hair and so on. But probably my favorites are those beautiful, elegant, very, very elegant hairstyles. And those are probably, oh, actually, I've got one up here at the moment. Here we go. Oh. So probably this sort of thing is very, very much my favorite sort of hairstyling because it's very glamorous, it's very, very elegant and incredibly beautiful. But at the same time, I love things like this that are very, very soft and very, very, a lot of fun. So I like that sort of, between the two, really. Okay. With this strange time that we're living in now, what would be your advice to students like us pursuing a career in the industry, either getting started or finding employment, or even looking into progression, or even looking into, I suppose, your progression? Okay, so my advice to you is this. Number one, during lockdown, as you all know, this has been a crazy time, an absolutely crazy time. So I'm hoping that during this time, you've managed to stay inspired. I hope that you've been looking at loads of things on Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook and so on to do with hair. A great time to research different things that you're really into with hair. Please do tune into my live television show. Remember, every Monday at 10:30 in the morning, tune in because you can see lots of great ideas there. But really, my advice is go back to college. So as soon as lockdown comes off and the college opens up, go back. Go and finish your training there. Go and finish your studies. That's really, really important. And I know many of the tutors are concerned with some students who may sort of run out of steam, or perhaps you've just got to try and get yourself remotivated again to go back. So do go back. And please remember, your tutors are always incredibly passionate about educating you. This is what they do. They love hairdressing and they want to make sure that you're successful. If you're going to go online for education, look for great education. Try and make sure that whoever you're looking to on your YouTube channels or your webinars are people that you really respect, people that you like their story, people that you can follow what they're doing. So that's always a really good piece of advice. Some people that you sort of trust. Don't butterfly, don't look here, look here, look here, look here, look here, and over there and over there. Don't do that. Try if you can. Once you find something you like, then go back to it again and again. So sort of see what they're doing, see what they're teaching, so that you can learn lots of different things. So to all of you, and to Leanne and Abingdon and Whitney College, I hope this helps a little bit, and I hope it gives you just a few answers to those questions. But me here in lockdown in London, you know what? Stay tuned to my television show and have a look to see what's coming up next and what I can show you to help you with your long hair journey. All the very best, guys. Bye.